Vamos, Emi. Vamos, Emi. Te toca hoy.
Vamos primero
Sí, en inglés.
en English. Hi everyone. Um, we are here today. My name is Emily. I have my best friend today, Ellie. Say
Hola.
hi, Ellie.
I really hope that people are enjoying that we're making the effort to do this in a language that is not ours. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That is.
Oh. So how
Okay,
was your
so
week so far?
my weekend
Yeah.
was good.
Ooh.
And you? Yeah, was good with my family. I spent a lot of time with my family, my cousin, my aunt. That was very, very good. Yeah, definitely. When you spend time with your
Yeah.
family, you feel like a renew,
Ah.
like a new person. That is good.
Especially
Yeah.
when you live far from your country. Yep.
Yes,
Like
or maybe you live here, you
yep.
live close, but you can see it every day, no, or every week.
Yeah,
Maybe you can see 1 month, 2 months.
especially that here you can live like next to each other and never see each other because everyone here works. So
Yes, yes, that's
it's
it.
just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yes, it's crazy, but that is the point when you live here in United States, right?
Ah,
You
ah.
know, and I know, we know
Oh
is
yes.
like that. Yeah, and that is the point. Yeah, we're gonna talk today is about taxes, tax
Oh.
tax income when you had to
Let's
pay
get it. Yes, bueno,
Yep.
get it. Yo quiero dinero.
when you had to pay tax
Yo
Yep.
quiero
So
in
that way you
our
can have a
country.
lot of dinero like Jennifer Lopez say.
Yes, Jennifer is millionaire. Please, Jennifer.
So those are I mean this is an important thing because we are also during the period of doing taxes. Like if you are new to this country and you don't know what taxes is, like taxes when you I mean first of all it's bad. You should know what taxes are. I mean if you are in age to do taxes you should definitely know. And taxes is a way of for the country to pay back to you the effort that you did. And it's something important because here it can lead you even to be in jail if you don't pay attention of that.
Yes, yes, definitely. When you live here, people doesn't know. People in example, our country in Latin America, people doesn't know that. When you live here in United States, you come to live here in United States, you have to pay tax. In our country is, I mean, impuestos, you know.
Mhm.
But in our country,
Yeah,
people
but the
know,
difference is
no,
like at
no,
least here the United States give you back those impuestos. Like
yeah, you don't
back
pay.
home they don't do. Like in my country they've never paid me back for those
Yes,
impuestos.
yes, yes. But when you come to here to United States, that's the big contract, right? When you have two way, you have to pay or not pay. But
Mhm.
when you not pay, you take that way, you will to have problem,
Yes,
hundred
because it's
percent.
also it's something that it's legal, and even if you do that and you don't do it in the legal way, you can have problem. Uh, like there are a lot of people who think that they can play. I mean, we are saying those because we are part of the communities. Like, for those who are just finding us, Amy is Latina. If you could
Yes.
not, if you could not say that, she's fully Latina from Venezuela. I am African. I'm fully African from Congo. And in our community, some people think that they can play the taxes and the system. And this our way to say to you that it's dangerous and that you shouldn't do that. Like
Yeah.
it's better to have a less tax return that is not big enough, but you know that you did the right thing with the right process because today, because you live in the United States, if you are doing taxes during this time, you have the internet and the possibility to have experts that do it for you for free. So it's better to have that and to feel safe in front of the law and the government than to do the trick things that people do and having a lot of money, but then in the long run having to go justify yourself in front of the government, because that's the thing that people think that it's never tell you is like it's fun until the government catch you. And guess what? In
Yeah.
United States, everything is used internet, use informatician, so they will catch you.
Yes.
So
Totally.
don't think that it's okay to do that.
Yes. Yes. And I think one it's a one it's a one way you when you had to be a little loyalty, right? With the country receive, no? You, I think. But a lot of people don't like, right? Because you had to spend the money. But you had to spend money because you use every day. You use the highway, you use the
The
uh,
internet, the power.
school, yeah, school,
Your kids go to school
no, you,
free.
yeah, for free, yeah. That is the interesting point,
Hmm.
Eric, because some people from to Latin America think no, all is free, nothing is free here
Yeah, I
in
mean,
United States, okay?
if we just saw today, if we just saw today, like a study that said that what people want to do in the future, and most of Latin America was saying YouTubers. I mean,
Yes,
I'm- I mean, I mean, people think that they can have they can have money doing nothing. That's not okay.
people think, oh, you take money on the floor. Yes, I take money. I see the
I
money, no,
wish,
on the floor. On the
I
floor.
wish I
Yeah, I
could take
take.
money from the floor. I wish, I
Yes,
wish.
me too. Even here in New York, it's a big city, like Chicago, where Ellie live. It's a big city too. When it's a big city, it's more expensive. You have to spend more money, you know, because you have to pay, yeah, the bills,
And because it's a
the
big
taxes
city,
is
there is
different.
probably a lot of people living in that city the same way. So you, it,
Yes,
it's something that you have to do. Like you have to pay back to those are things that you have to understand. You have the tax are your opportunity to do things the right way, so that the country, the United States, can pay back something to you. It may not be something big, especially if you are r- newly arrived in the country. Like, I mean, by newly arrived, let me explain first. We are in February when we are recording this. By the way, today is I just realized today is Shakira and Pique's birthday. They both are born February 2nd. I mean, they were part of our first episode, so it's just something to mention like that. Uh, Here, when you live here, if you are new, it means that the only way you do the taxes is if you have been working to that country for at least 6 months. So if you came and you start just working 3 months ago, there is no point for you to do the taxes. I mean,
yeah,
you still need
absolutely.
you still receive a document called W-2 that every company give to its employee, that
Yes,
you cannot expect to have a really big tax return. You will probably still fill your tax paper and still send them, but you will probably have an honorific tax return. Uh, where the problem starts is when you have a family with kids, because
yes,
the younger they are, more tax return. The depending on which state you live, on some states, most of the time the state will give you even more than you need as a tax return. And
yes. Because you have the pen.
yeah,
Yes,
because you have the tax return based on what your company where you work at has provide to you, but also what the state need to provide for those kids to be safe. Uh, this is the thing
that's
though.
right.
Those tax return, the fund of those tax return is not to buy cars or to buy house. That's what people in our community are struggling a lot about. That it's not for you to buy house or to buy cars, because this west when the kids grow up, they are like, why the kids cannot go to university? Those money, those tax return, are for you to invest in your kids, especially if you have kids. They're
Yeah.
there for you to invest in your kids. It means you save them right now, so that way when they get to the age where they can go to college and university, it's the money that they will use. So that way they are safe from a loan that will really put them behind in their life. If you take your time now buying cars and home, your kids will probably have to take a loan later. And taking a loan in this country takes a lot of time to reimburse. Like the example that I like to show about loans is Obama. Obama has finished to pay his loans while he was president. He already
Yeah.
graduated from school long times ago, but he could not finish it. So it's something really serious. Do your tax. If you cannot, if you don't, if because this also things of the community. If you don't know someone, if you don't know where to do that, go to internet. Put yourself on Google, type tax tax season, and you have a lot of firm who can do that for you for free over the internet. We are not mentioning them because they don't pay us, but those are firms that are legal that can do that
Yeah.
for you. If you have someone that you are, and the thing of doing that to internet and being free is like you have something legal, you are safe, and you have you have a form that most of those company will provide to you that you can print at any time and justify at any time. And this
And
something.
you are a
Mhm.
good citizen, right? Yeah.
Citizens residents, like citizen residents, because there are also residents who can do that, like,
Yeah. No, in general,
yeah.
right? It's good.
Mhm. Like my dad is first year do that because, and this also something because he was a resident, and this also something to mention for the future. If in your plane you are a resident and you are a legal resident, and in your plane you want to have the US citizenship.
Even when you are
Hmm.
illegal, you don't have
Hmm.
even the
Yeah.
social security or whatever.
Hmm.
You can pay the
Yeah.
tax. Yeah.
Yeah. And if your plan is one day to be able to apply to have the United States citizenship, your tax filing is something crucial because they will go through that to check if
Yeah.
you really did everything the right way.
Yeah.
So doing
Absolutely.
taxes is really an important matter in this country.
Yeah. Yes. This country live about the tax. That's
I mean,
the
this country lives about money
point.
anyway. So
Yeah.
so don't just take it as if it was something, no offense, no problem. No, it's a serious important matter in our
Yeah.
community. They can get to some countries where we are not used to this, and therefore for us it looks weird or strange. I mean, my Amazon stuff are showing on the screen. But
Stop.
it's not okay. It's really not okay to not think. And if you are doing someone, you cannot do that because you feel that your English is not safe. Go to the internet or go to your local. I mean, mm, would depending on the towns where you are, but
Yeah.
every single town has a how do I call that, a house a house of law in the United States. Go in go in those house, ask them if they have someone who speak your language, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and ask to those person to explain to you why you need to do your tax the right way,
Yes. Yes.
because this is an important matter.
Yes. That's it. Yeah. Some people doesn't know how can pay the tax. But you say now.
Hmm.
You have the phone put no on Google
Yep.
or go to the office tax and they tell to you how to you can pay. That is no problem.
Hmm.
The problem is the problem is when you don't want to pay. That is the real
Hmm.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah. And everything here will count on you or against you. So we just want you to make sure that you are choosing the right way and the right part. So it's beneficial today for you, it will be beneficial tomorrow for your kids. You don't want to put your kids on track that will not be beneficial for them. So it's the season. You have until the end of March to fill your taxes. Uh, one more stuff. If you cannot, just to say it one more time, if you cannot do that because you don't feel safe, you don't know, don't go to a friend. You have the internet. The internet
Yeah.
has film that are free for you to do that, and there are even some film who does it in Spanish, and
Yeah.
that will give you assistance. So don't feel that you just have to go with wherever, because in the community there are also people. I know that because the first time I did tax here, the guy who did that had the reputation of taking away uh part of your taxes as his pay because he was spending his day doing the taxes for you. Now you don't have, with internet you don't have to do that. Just go to internet, go on Google, tap tax filing,
Yeah. And that's it.
then you have every single processes. And if you want to know more about that, send us a DM. We know some firms, we know some places. We be happy to like write those down for you and even send them to you in to our Instagram that you are seeing here. And it makes it safer for you and safer for your future. And we will not even ask you nothing. We just want you to do the right thing at the right moment. That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Mhm. So we go for the other thing, the other part of the podcast.
Yes.
Okay,
I think it's all clean.
yeah. Let me put the transition.
Cuando se pierde duele y saber que no te quieren,
Yep.
eso
Oh my God.
duele.
That's just for
Y
San
cada
Valentine.
sabe Dios que ya
I
no
mean, this is the
In
other
1 week. 1 week more.
this is the other part of San Valentine. I mean, we have to
Yeah,
talk
it's
about this
good.
because this is something important. Like between today we are February 2nd, and today in February 2nd, I mean, despite being Shakira's and Pique's birthday, who is one of the biggest image of a breaker of an outbreak recently, there is also like in Argentina, I don't know if you follow, but in Argentina today the judge filed against to a woman and her girlfriend who assassinated a 5 years old, and also like this week, but also like today, but also like a month ago, there are two football player who just got charged against them being discontinued, and it's just something that we need to talk about. If you add it also with what happened to that Colombian girl,
Yeah.
like we are getting to a point where the world is getting scary.
Yes. I think the same. Yeah.
It's getting
I
scary.
wake up every day thinking about that.
Mhm. The world is getting really scary.
Yeah.
And the problem is not that the world is getting scary. The problem is like humans are making it scary,
Yeah.
scarier. Uh, I don't know how tomorrow will be, and I don't want to be part of tomorrow if it looks the way it's looking. The way I'm imagining that in my mind. But it's this opportunity of this podcast. It's for us to remind you that it's okay to have a heartbreak. It's okay that after you have been with someone, that person comes to you and say, "I don't want to be with you anymore." And it's also okay to take it on you. It's not okay to just because you feel all stress and because yo he puesto demasiado tiempo. We know, but it's not okay to start ruining someone's reputation, or even worse, like they did for that poor Colombian girl, to take
Yeah.
off their life. That's not okay. It was never okay before. It's will probably never be okay in the future, and it's still not okay.
Yeah.
You can't force people to like you, and you can't force people to share their life with you if they don't want it. And it doesn't mean that they are they are sent, or they are all white person and all amazed person.
Yeah.
No,
No. Yeah.
like believe it or not, we all have our own way of seeing the life. Like I grew up with three other siblings. We are four. We were raised in the same house with the same parents and in the same condition pretty much, because my family was not a wealthy family. Like we didn't have that much. We end up being four adults with four different kind of tastes, and it's fine. So imagine if that happened in a family. Imagine if you met someone who has their own family, their own struggle, and in some case who have grown in a different part of the world. The
That's
change
fine.
the change will be even huge. And that's why
Yeah.
we need to to remember this. It's fine to see life differently. It's fine to say to a relationship at some point, this is toxic,
Yeah.
it's not serving me anymore, and we have to
Insanity.
stop.
Yeah.
And
Insanity.
I wish you all the best for the rest of your life. But I just can't take it anymore with you.
Yeah. That's it. Absolutely. That is the right thing. But it's not about woman, some woman or some man. It's about you. You say humans. That is the big problem. But I don't
Yeah.
know. The society is not work enough good, or I don't know what happened. But it's crazy every day when you see the news. When you see that, oh my God, I don't want to get kid
No.
because
That
I
this
don't
is
know.
that is why you see that Shakira could have done way better, and that
Yes,
PK is
make a
safe
music.
with just having three songs against him.
Yes,
But
and
like
nothing happened.
yeah, but like I mean, far from the easy jokes. Uh, I know that we African and Latins are way passionate about relationship, about life and stuff.
Yes,
Like I've always give you that an example when we talk with each other out of the podcast. In our in our culture, the little boy at 15 does not see the life the same way as the little girl at 15. Most of the time, the little girl at 15 knows about how to manage a house, how to go out with her friend, how to find a boyfriend, and what to pursue in a family. The little boy at 15 is you have to do homeworks. If he likes sports, go play sports. Unless life is unfair against him, like he lose a parent or he's living somewhere else where he doesn't know his parent. But most of the time, the little boy at 15, in 75% of the time, has a different reality of the little girl at 15. And this is something important because later on, you carry on
yeah,
with life that different, and you meet people who are at different stage of their life.
yeah. Because we grown up with different vision
Mhm.
about their life. Yeah, that's the woman and the man. But it's not about the woman and the man. It's about the human. Yeah, the people. Because you have to live in a society, and that's it. No.
Yes, and you need to be a really good person because
Yes.
people because that's the things that stay. Like it's better to say to that person, guess what? We split, everyone goes their way, and I'm happy for you and I wish you all the best. Than to be living with a conscience that say that you know that you have lied. You know that you have lied. And it's even worse when you add people from outside to that. Like, and repeat it again. The little boy in Argentina who was 5 years old, Lucho Dupuy, he was 5 years old. And who made it in a reason where it ends up leading to this situation? There was a judge who were called as feminists
Yeah.
who said that the dad was not okay, while the dad has provided every single proof that he was taking care of his son. And since it was behind the pandemic, the judge think that it was okay to hide that and to not let Lucho go with his dad. Result, 3 months later, Lucho has passed away because mom and her
Crazy.
girlfriend were not taking care of him. It's not okay. Today, there is a sanction against mom and her girlfriend, and the judge has nothing against them because the system make it the way that they cannot charge anything against the judge. Now there is a dad who is totally destroyed because his kids he will never see him. How do you want that dad to believe in life again?
Yeah,
That's not okay. And I can you can
absolutely.
and people can like because I know that people have the aware of that. Like for the two football players, I'm not saying that they were right in the way they're doing. The only thing I can see is like there was two young men who were winning a lot of money who for any reason end up with girls or women. I mean, I hardly use women in this. I will say girls because I have hard time to believe that a woman will wish that to the man. They end up with girls who didn't want to see them winning in life without them, and they make all these things happen because you cannot. You, I mean, it's really. I mean, I know that there are cases there. Don't take me wrong. I know that there are cases there where people are really having hard time, where it's really really hard to keep on going in that relationship, and there is abuse. And if there is abuse, go out of that relationship. Don't stay in those relationships. Go out.
Yeah,
But
that should be. Yeah.
yes, if it's just for revenge, this is the message I'm trying to make across. If it's just for revenge, there is no point
Yeah.
because both the thing that is curious is like Re- whether Mason Greenwood today, Benjamin Mendy like a month ago, both cases are discontinued because the allegation could not be proved. The person who said that they would have come and testify have said that they will not testify anymore, and which is where it's like it's the same excuses that makes that the cases are discontinued. The problem in the middle of that is like those two football players has lost their career, their reputation, and all their money. And no one will give that back to them. No one. Because the system is like this that right now, both of their team, who are not leader team, like we're talking about Manchester United and Manchester City, have find an excuse to not bring them back directly because they're trying to figure out something that the legislation has already said that they are not keeping going because there is no way to prove that. In other words, for those who doesn't know football, is like we are trying to extend this way more possible until the contract of those two players are done, so we don't have to pay more money, so those players can re- resign and finish with us without paying them any money. Why is this sounding unfair? Because it is unfair. If it sounds unfair, it's because it is unfair. That's the stuff.
Yes. And some woman use the law in
Mhm,
in her in her for her, right? For yeah.
mhm.
That is the another point. Some women use the law. Yeah. In a lot of case, when you see the soccer play, you can see that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It's a big problem. I think they make they had to make one law in protection about the soccer play with her husband, her girlfriend, her I don't know. Maybe it's a one
The
option. I
problem
don't know.
the problem is like if you do that, then it's like giving them privileges. But football player or basketball player are human like everyone. The problem that we have is like for most of those, they are starting to touch money even before they know what it is
Yes,
to handle money.
because in the middle have a lot of money. That's is the
They are in a
the
they are
point.
in a they are in the middle. They're not even in the middle of their life. They are like basically starting adulthood, and they have all those big contracts in the middle.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
changed someone's life. Like money will always change people's life. I don't care what you say if money doesn't make happiness. But the true thing is like when money is the middle, money change lives. That's the
Yes,
thing.
absolutely. Yes.
Mhm.
It's
So
a crazy thing, but that's it.
yeah, and for people out there in the community, I'm love is beautiful. When you find out someone amazing like Amy who is with you every single day, but it doesn't mean that Amy will be there every time. And if Amy says, I'm moving on, it's really little of you to say that because she don't want to be with me, I will have to ruin a reputation. We are sadly mistaken if we think that it's okay to ruin someone's reputation because they don't want to be with us.
Yeah. It's it's, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with the world in general. The world, the kids, the women, men. I don't know.
we need
But
to
we
be
need,
we need responsible. Like we need to be accountable of things that you are doing. And if no one is talking about those stuff and no one is wanting to explain that again, then you end up having the abuse and the access. Like because we are getting close to the end, let me just restate one more time. If you are in an abusive relationship, call 911 and get out of that house. If you live in United States, call 911. If you live out of the United States, call whichever emergency number you have and run out
and
of
that's
that
it.
house.
Yes, and that's it.
It's way more important for you to be in a safe place and alive than to keep in those relationships and end up like the poor Colombian girl. Because
Yeah.
the world still needs someone like you here. Don't be afraid of working out. Be afraid of not being here to keep you helping person. That's the thing.
Yes. Yes. A different cultural, different vision, different life. All is different. Or
Yeah.
you you hope he will kill you or you kill. And that
And
is
in
a,
both cases,
yeah,
there is nothing good about it.
and that is horrible.
Both
Horrible.
sound as horrible, and they are.
Yeah, horrible history.
Mhm.
Finish the history with that? No.
Yeah, it's basically that. Find something, get away, and be safe because your family still need you, your friends still need you, and if you are in the other part of the relationship that they broke up with you and they don't want to have you in your life, guess what? You have two-person here where people say that they won't be with us anymore, and we are still here and we are still happy. Nothing has happened to us, and nothing will happen to. I know that as now it sounds rubbish because when people were saying that to me, I was saying that you cannot understand, but this is the truth. The person who decides to walk away has his reason.
Yeah.
You can die over it, or you can get over it. And the life you want to have, it's behind getting over it. Once you get over it and you go to the other side, then you start enjoying life again.
Yeah. Move
And
on. You say no with Shakira. Move on.
yeah,
Move on.
move on,
Go ahead. Yeah.
move on. And you will attend a podcast class where you are going just for learning about podcasts and ending doing a podcast with a lovely Venezuelan who is years older than you, but who is for you there every single day. That's what's happened to me. I know that because that's what's happened to me. I was going to a podcast class and I end up meeting this beautiful person that's doing podcast with me today. So
Thank you.
that's the life. Accept. I mean, it can look unfair, but accept it and move on. The life gets better once you move on the other side. And
Yes.
and the last thing, no one else has to understand why you are moving on. Like there are people outside that will still think that PK should pay for everything he did bad. but they are not God, and God know at which time PK will pay. So don't uh don't spend your energy on those person. Move
Yeah,
on.
absolutely.
Happy for you. If you have kids, be happy for you and your kids, and start something new. Don't
Yeah.
stay in a relationship where you end up frustrated or even worse.
Yes.
Mhm.
And found different things, no? Go to the gym, do exercise, go to see
Learn a
one
new
movie.
language,
Well, yeah, there's
a
a
new
lot of things
culture.
you can do. Yes, that's
Yeah,
it.
like like genuinely, you have two-person who have changed their life and keep going after a breakup because they decided to make it. Like the Ellie I'm here is not the same Ellie I was 10 years ago. Like now I understand how to more value kids because I work with kids, and for me it's the best thing in the world to be able to see how a kid is transforming themselves every day and conquering themselves. Those are things that 10 years ago I will have probably never thought it would happen, but life still happen. It doesn't change the fact
Yeah,
that there are people out there who have choose to not be with me. But this has not defined me. And this has done me the opportunity to meet new people and to still see life the way it is. Same thing out there. If you have any for at any, and I'm talking about relationship. I'm not talking about marriage. In marriage, things are different.
yeah,
Especially for we have a different culture. We don't think that you can just stop a marriage like that. And we are not talking about marriage today. I'm talking about those who are in unhealthy relationship. What makes you stay in those relationships are the same thing that later will make you regret of not have walked away. If you are with something like they say in Chile, who is a huevon, move on. On. And if you are with someone who, like they say in Argentina, is a rompebolas, move on. They are not worth your time. They are not worth your energy. Move
yeah.
on.
Sigue.
Before you have kids, before you have a responsibility that make you stay there for long, move on. Be happy. And if you are not believing that, look at Jennifer Lopez. She has moved on how many times possible to figure out how to be happy. The
Yeah,
most important thing is for you to still be alive.
and you will be okay.
Hmm.
Nothing happen. You know, will be die.
Hmm.
Nothing. You say no. You will feel good, better.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's the right thing, the
Hmm.
right way.
That's the right way to do. Bueno, Emi, termina todo eso que nos vamos a hacer lo de español.
Hasta aquí. Hasta aquí. Um, finish today. Nah, estoy bromeando, aquí. Okay, that was a pleasure. We spend this time with you, Ellie, and with the people follow and you and me and E, this new project. And thank you.
Yep, there we go.
And I see you soon.
Yep,
Next week.
bye.